What is happening, gamers? This is Bradley here, and welcome back to another news roundup. And to kick us off, that Nintendo is continuing the trend of collaborating with other video game companies, because it's been announced that Nintendo is partnering up with Gung Ho to bring us Puzzle & Dragons Super Mario Bros. Edition. If you don't know what Puzzle & Dragons is, well, it's a popular free-to-play game that at its core is a match 3 type puzzle game, but there are RPG and strategy elements involved, and it's seen a total of 41 million downloads worldwide. But since Nintendo is partnering up with Gung Ho to bring us a Super Mario Bros. Edition of Puzzle & Dragons, we're not going to be facing off against Minotaurs and other fantasy creatures, but instead Goombas and Koopa Troopas. And yes, Bowser has once again kidnapped Princess Peach, so Mario must go on a rescue mission. And along the journey, you'll collect power-ups and befriend other classic characters like Luigi, Yoshi, and Toad to fight alongside you in battles. And of course, the battles are in the style of Puzzle & Dragons puzzle battles. Now, Puzzle & Dragons Super Mario Bros. Edition will be releasing in Japan on April 29th for 4,000 yen, so it will not be a free-to-play game. But fear not those who live in North America and Europe, because it has been confirmed that it will be getting localized in the West. We just don't know when yet. So I am actually interested, and I am looking forward to what Gung Ho and Nintendo are going to be cooking up for the spin-off title. I've never actually played a Puzzle & Dragons game before, so this would be my first experience with the series. But it looks like a fun mixture of puzzle and RPG goodness. And just so you know, the game will include character training elements, which will allow us to play for a long time. So I guess like leveling up or something, I'm not exactly sure. But we'll just have to stay tuned for more details on its Western debut. And in other 3DS news is that we finally got some details on some of the tweaks Nintendo will be making in The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask 3D. Now, we know Nintendo wants to make the game more accessible to newcomers, and one of the tweaks that they will be making has to do with saving the game. So in the original N64 release, there were two ways to save your game, using owl statues or the Song of Time. So in the original game, the owl statues would create a temporary save file that would be deleted the next time you turn the game on, while the Song of Time would create a permanent save file that would reset the game's 3-day cycle back to the first day. Now, in the remake, the owl statues will still be in the game, but they're going to introduce something new called feather statues. Now, we don't have too many details on what these feather statues entail, but we do know that they will be found all over Termina and that they will allow you to save anytime you like. Now, this is just speculation, but maybe these feather statues will allow you to create a permanent save file without having to reset the game's clock. But we'll just have to wait for some more concrete details on these bad boys. But just know Nintendo will be revamping the saving system. But that's not the only thing Nintendo will be changing in Majora's Mask 3D, because the Bomber's Notebook will also be getting revamped. And if you don't know, the Bomber's Notebook is a booklet in the game that allows you to keep track of the progress of some of the side quests, so you can get all the masks and whatnot. So this time around, the Bomber's Notebook will use the two screens on the 3DS, and they're redoing it so that players will be more aware of the hidden events in the game. Now, just like the feather statues, we don't have a ton of details on how all this is going to go down, but they might be trying to make the process of finding all the masks a little bit easier. And as a way to round this video off is that it looks like Xseed will indeed be localizing the simulation RPG Nintendo 3DS title known as Forbidden Magna. And I say that because Xseed released a teaser image for 2015 with silhouettes to get us guessing about what they're cooking up next. And one of the silhouettes actually matches up with character art for Forbidden Magna. Apparently Xseed has expressed interest in localizing this game outside of Japan, so if this teaser image has anything to say about it, it looks like they are gonna do just that. But that will bring us to the end of the news roundup. If you like what you saw, please give this video a thumbs up and add your favorites and all that good stuff. And you can stay tuned for more videos in the future. But I will talk to you in the next video, guys. Bye!